Hello beautiful people, hi, welcome back again to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something very interesting and dear to my heart. But before I start going on, I hope you guys are very good wherever you're watching me from. I hope all is well with you. I hope you're good. I hope the weather is good wherever you're watching me from. We've been having a rainy weather here, and a big weather is getting a bit cooler because we're heading towards the cold part. I'm making a video. I'm coming, baby. We're getting towards the end of the year, so everywhere's going to start getting cold, and which I love because your skin gets to glow. So I hope wherever you're watching me from, everything is all right for you and your family, and you're blessed. I'm sure you're blessed. So it's going to be about womanhood, motherhood, marriagehood. Now, basically, as let me start with women. As women, we've all gone through phases and stages of our lives, from being a child, a baby, to being a toddler, to being a girl, a teenager, an adult. And all these stages. I'm sorry, I have kids, so bear with me. And if you're old on my channel, you already know that. So as women, you know that all these stages of your life, you've already passed through phases of, I want to be this, I want to be that, I am this, I am that, I'm going to be this. And no, even when you get your toddler, when you get a little child, you can ask the child what he or she wants to be. Like, oh, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. Oh, I want to be a fireman. I want to be that. Oh. And if you're coming from where I'm coming from my country back home in Nigeria, you find out that even what you wanted to study in the university, you end up not studying it because JAM says no, you have to study that, and you do that. So when you leave the university or or college, whichever one you attended, you find out that, okay, I am not doing what I studied. I can't get employment in what I studied, so I'm going to now start something else. And you find out, okay, I'm actually not going to do what I studied because that wasn't my passion. And you find yourself doing something else that's your passion, or you might find yourself, okay, I didn't get a job in what I wanted, what I studied. Now I'm getting something else, a job into something else. But understand what I'm trying to say. And now you start doing that. You're gainfully employed, you're a spinster, you're an adult, you're paying your bills and every other thing. And now you transition into marriagehood. And when you get into marriage, you find yourself, okay, your husband tells you, don't babe, some work, just stay at home, bear kids, do that, and he goes out to make the money. It's fine if you want that. But not all women, now I'm talking to men, not all women want to just be stay-at-home moms. Not all women want to be tied down and expect you alone to go out, hustle, bring in the bread, and they just sit down and be answering Oriako. Oriako means eater of wealth, for my followers that don't understand what it means. So not all women just wants to sit down at home, and even if, yes, a woman wants to be eater of your wealth, but still she wants to go out and also make her own wealth. And you find some of these men, they'll be like, don't worry. And when you ask this man that, okay, so what happens to you when you're gone or when something bad happens and all those things, they'll be like, don't worry, I always leave something for you. My dear man, how much do you think you can leave for a woman that will be enough for her, or that she cannot make for herself? Now, let me not sound bitter. I'm only saying this, I'm only making this video for men out there that do not understand the concept of womanhood. A woman, you give her something, she multiplies it. You give her your seed, she multiplies it into a human being. So why will you tie a woman down at home and expect her to just be docile and wait for you to bring in the bags, the coins, and you still tell her how to disperse it, how to use it, still not allowing her the use of her skill, of her innate skill of being a woman, to tell you that she can do this or she can do that, and even contribute to the family. Okay, I'm going to use some of our Nigerian YouTube celebrities as a case study. These women, they are at home, they are stay-at-home moms, the way we see them, but they are running businesses. They started up YouTube channels, and from their YouTube channels, they are being able to contribute financially into their homes, even now giving themselves leisure, giving themselves good life. And whereby they are doing all that, they are removing pressure from the man. Because when you keep a woman tied down at home, she turns to a nagging woman. Mesoma, keep it down and share it with your brother. Should I collect it from you? Move on and take, she'll give you. You make her turn to a naga. You make her bitter. You make her depressed. You just you make negativity to start running on her own, on her and everything around her. Thereby, you start entertaining side chicks because your wife, in quotes, is a bad woman. She doesn't like this. She doesn't give you peace. When you come back home, you expect that the home is clean, that everywhere is arranged, that there should be food on the table. After all, you provide everything. Who asked you to provide everything? Did she ask you to provide everything? That is the mistake we also, as women, also make, because a woman, when she meets a man, wedding bells start ringing in her head, and we all forget. We throw caution to the wind. We forget to ask some certain questions that we need to ask before getting into marriage. And now we're into the marriage. We can't now get our freedom because, in quote, it's called freedom. And when you ask for too much, you're seen as being wild, as becoming a feminist. And that is not just right. A woman had dreams from being a baby, from being a child. As soon as a woman that was a girl started thinking for herself, started having opinions from her father's house, she started saying, I want to be this, I want to be that. Now, and when you ask women, ladies, young girls, nobody says I want to be a mother. Nobody says I want to be a mom. Though we play with our dollies back then, but it wasn't coming into our head, because in our head we're already thinking, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, because we're visual, we see with our eyes. We want to do this, we want to do that, because naturally we are helpers. Naturally we are helpmates. And when you marry us and keep us at home and you just keep us there, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't align with our God-given role, our God-given abilities, our God-given gifts. We are your helpers. Allow us to do something. Anything. And this is social media. Some men still hinder their wives from going to social media. And with social media right now, you can make a lot of money. You don't even need to go out of your house. But sometimes you need to go out of your house to be able to present the social media to look nice. Because I don't understand who trained our men. I know our mothers trained them, but it's also how they were trained, what they were told, and that is what they are passing on. So this video is more like, men, support your wives. Women, raise your boys. Let's raise our boys. Let's raise our boys to be able to marry our daughters. Sorry, I had to step out a bit. I'm not going to take it from any future son-in-law of mine that will come out and start policing my daughter, militating her, and telling her limitations. No, there are no limitations. Limitations only exist in our minds. And as we keep believing on those limitations, we get stuck. You see a lot of women in their homes, they're the breadwinners. The men are just there as decorative pieces. And you forget that you have sons. So those sons now, they're going to look up to you. And when they get married to the wives, they emulate. They start indoctrinating what they emulated, what they saw their parents, how they lived their lives. Even women too, these baby girls, when they get married too, they get to take this form of abuse as norms, as normal things, because it is what they saw. Look at Nelo Keke. Look at Adeze's face. Look at Soti. Look at, what's her name again? Asita Darling. Yeah. Asito Cabri Darling. Look at Almangu. Alma's own is one of the ones that amazes me. You know why it does? Because when you go to her channel, you watch when you listen to how she and her husband met. They met at the NYSC camp, and he bought her first camera. He engineered who we see as Alma today. It's not like as if they are big celebrities, but when you look at these women in their own right, they are doing good. They are excelling in whatever they are doing. And when you watch them, you see that behind them, you can be able to filter drama and staged stuff. I studied theater arts, but even as a human being, you can be able to filter drama and something staged. When you look at them, you see it's not staged. It's not staged. He directed her into her purpose. He bought her first camera. He keeps pushing her. He keeps pushing her to do what she's meant to do. He keeps even giving her gifts that are in line with what she has to do. Even when she interviewed her parents one time, you found out that even the parents still also, at first they didn't accept, but right now they are pushing her. So not just only fathers, not just only husbands, even parents as well. Then when you look at Nello, we can see she's still living the baby girl life, you know. She's still partying, she's still clubbing because her husband did not try to kill any part of who she is. And that is the Nello Keke we all love to see. And that is why when she promotes maybe one of her sisters or friends, everybody flows there. Because we have gotten to understand, to like who she is because she's her real self. A lot of women can be Dangotes of tomorrow. There are a lot of Oprah Winfreys that are not tapped into, but because of they are under the umbrella of marriage, they are be like, okay, let me just be a good wife. You keep limiting your wives. Men, this video is for you. Stop limiting that woman in your life. Do not be afraid of who she can become, or maybe she can become something that you can't handle. Who are you to handle her? Because even God that created you does not even give you limitations. He gave you the freedom of choice. That is one of the greatest gifts aside from our life that God gave to us. He gave us the freedom of choice. So why will you want to hinder another human being's purpose in this life? Do you know that your wife can even be the president of tomorrow? That maybe Nigeria even needs, or even the world needs. Why? Why are you limiting your wives? Why are you segregating? Why are you punishing? I don't know. Why are you channeling your insecurities upon that woman and letting her stay below you? Is it a crime for your woman to be above you? But you're still the head of the home, because if you treat her nice, no matter how high she gets to, she will still succumb to you. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Look at all this great. Look at Chimamanda. Yeah, she's married to a white man, but still, there are still some white men that suppress their wives. But still, when you allow this woman to shine like a butterfly, she spreads her beautiful wings and the whole world sees and admires her, and it all still goes down to you. Let me not go far. I made a video here. I might link it up about Wanyocha. Because of the way her husband allowed her to shine, we all got to know who Wanyocha is. If this man had married her like a typical African man, she wouldn't be who she is. Nobody would even hear about her. Even her kids might not even. I don't understand. Like, can we, even as women, I know it's still hard, to break out, because we have been indoctrinated with this doctrine that once you marry a woman, is meant to worship her husband, is meant to stay under your husband, and even all that. But let me give you an example. Look at the Indians right here in this part of the world. The Indian women are mostly in tech. They are making good money. But do you know that even in that money they are making, they are still in their husband's home? I think I'm going to make a video on this. Why Indian women versus African women, or in divorce or something. Because when you see these women, they still make their money and they're still in their husband's home. There was a man that came up and made that video, made a very nasty talk about something like this. But we African women, once we come over here to the diaspora and we start making little money, we start speaking supre and leave our husband's house. Why is the divorce so high in African communities unlike the Asian communities or the Middle Eastern communities? Why is the divorce rate so high? That would be a different video. Let me not go into it. But in this video, I'm asking you men to sit back and swallow your ego like a pill, or you can throw it up like a trash and toss it out and allow that woman to go out and surprise you. And she will do better, so much better than you expect, because you are blowing in that air of peace, that air of encouragement. You're blowing in faith, love, everything, because you are her father, you are her husband, you are her lover, you are her brother, and you are her mini God on earth. You are her. I don't know why you guys don't see who you are to a woman, your woman in marriage. Because you go to my lecturer then, God rest his soul, Mr. Emmanuel Ebo, said to us one day, he said that men do not understand the power of asking a woman to marry you. Because you go to a woman and you be like, you go down on one knee and you hold her hand and ask her, woman, can you do me the honor of being my wife? You ask the woman to give you that honor because you believe that that woman is a God-given, ordained gift in your life. Because even the Bible says that He that findeth a good wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor. So why will you now sit back and that woman that you asked to give you the honor of leaving her father's name, her people who she knew to come and join you, why are you now pressing her down and not allowing her to excel, to be the best version of who you know she can be? You asked her. You asked her, and now you are keeping her down, suppressing her. Is that not witchcraft? See, man, if you people know what God did for you guys by blessing you with the woman you called wife that you chose, you will allow that woman to excel. Let me not talk too much, but I'll still do a subsequent video on what I talked about, and let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. And men, I'm not in any way bashing you. I'm just enlightening you. And if you can swallow your ego or throw out that ego, you will see the truth. Look at your wife with a new glasses. If your glasses is not working, go change, get another prescription. Look at your wife. Think of how you can empower her. Some women might not be able to handle finances, but you can teach her. Some women that might not be able to, but they are good organizers. Find that thing that you know your wife is good at and push her. Let her be the envy. Because when you come out and your wife is receiving accolades, you'll be like, wow. There's this woman I follow on Instagram, Dr. Maka MD, because I have a low battery, so I want to rush up. Her husband promotes her. They are Igbos, they're living here. But her husband beats her drum. He promotes her. And when you see women that their husband beat their drum, oh, let me know in the comment section what you think. And until then, remain blessed and I love you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Subscribe. I forgot to say that.